Regina, how do you structure a deal if the seller is willing to do seller financing on an 8-unit apartment for 2 years?
Ooh. Okay, so when you say
deeper question,
more? Okay,
how much should the down payment and monthly payment and balloon payment? The price is $317,000.
Okay, so you're probably not going to love this answer, but it will suit you the best. There is no answer to that because everything is 100% negotiable. So, for example, Battelle just closed on a 9-unit in Florida, and she ended up putting down $300,000 on a $1,600,000 purchase. So that was what's $300,000 on 1.6. That's like less than 20%. So there's really no wrong or right. When you're talking to the seller, one of the things that's helpful when you're trying to figure out like how do I structure it is finding out, well, what are their needs? Do they need some capital right now? One of the benefits to a seller of delaying getting all the funds in is they get to delay the time that they pay their their income taxes. So if you're talking to the seller and you find out like, well, first I'll ask like, what kind of down payment are you looking for? That'd be my first question. What are you looking for? Okay, and are you open? And it's probably going to be more than you want to put down. It's always a negotiation. So if they're smart, they're starting higher than they really want, knowing you're going to try to get it lower. So find out what they want and just say, okay, well, I think that might be out of my reach, but what's the lowest amount that you would be willing to still have a conversation about? Just start off like that. All right. And then you can run numbers your own way. Amortization period, I would always go for 30 years unless it's your goal to just try to pay it off sooner. If you're trying to maximize your cash flow, the longer the amortization is, the longer the lower the payment is going to be. And the lower the payment is, obviously the higher the cash flow is. So 30-year amortization is what I would request unless it's your goal to have get it paid off sooner and have less cash flow. As far as interest rate, you should always ask for a low amount, right? If the market find out what the market rate is at the time that you're having the conversation and ask for that. Sellers generally are always going to ask for a higher interest rate. And, for us as buyers, it's usually worth it if it's not too crazy, because to not have to go through all the bank hoops is great. So it starts off with always ask the question. The first person who states an answer or gives an answer usually is the first one to lose. So you don't want to be that one. You want to be asking a lot of questions and always keeping in mind your whole goal. The way you want to start thinking about things is you want to be a problem solver. You want to be a highly paid problem solver. So part of being a problem solver is understanding like what is the problem for this person or that person, and then coming up with, okay, cool, what would be a solution that might answer that problem. Not all sellers realize that by doing seller financing that they can defer their income taxes. So that would be something to bring up. If they're like, oh yeah, I want 35%, you'd be like, I can't do that, but I could do a lower amount, and really it's going to be better for you, because if we do a lower amount, you're not going to have to pay so much in property taxes. Income taxes. We deal in real estate all the time, so we're mostly dealing with property taxes. My brain just cannot seem to get rid of it. So explaining to them from their standpoint how it's going to benefit them. But really, there's no one answer. You just run the numbers a number of ways, and don't be afraid to keep negotiating. We did a price reduction negotiation class last week, and in there we talked about like Battelle's deal and how she just kept going. She did not want to. We made her. We're like, no, you're not done negotiating. You can do better. She ended up getting like $70,000 off the purchase price. So you always want to just like keep going. You're not going to lose the deal. If the seller's that engaged with you, they want to sell to you. You just got to come up with that price. So run the numbers a few different ways, ask a lot of questions, and then make whatever offer makes that makes sense to you.
If you're interested in learning more about real estate investing or investing in passive income, multifamily, or apartments, feel free to join our free private Facebook group. If you know that you want help, you want someone to hold your hand, and you want to be part of a mastermind and have coaching, all that you need to do is text the word freedom to 619-373-8461. So if you just want to see like what is that about and how can I speed up my results and do it more safely, I'd be happy to chat with you about what your options are and see what we can do to help you along your journey.